Hey yo, what's up, back at you with another video. Aish, earlier, like 5-10 minutes ago, I hopped onto the stream, but then I noticed that there was no throughput, like there was no signal actually going out. You know what I'm saying? And then I realized that my laptop had actually switched on to my phone hotspot, and the hotspot is not really able to put out signal like that. And I was wondering, oh my God, what are we gonna do today? You know, it's pretty late already. I slept late last night, pretty much trying to commit myself to getting everything out that I had shot posted. And I overdid it. That was a lot. That was way too much. Way too much. And so I underestimated how long it would take me to edit, however little editing there is to do, thumbnail, post, and publish. All of those videos took me so much time. You know, it's also amazing how things have changed. Editing is nothing anymore. Like, it takes longer to do a thumbnail, like a JPEG, than it does to actually work on a video in post-production and put it out. There's so many clicks, there's so much effort going on. And the changes are all thanks to, this format that I've designed over here. Né? So this is how I intend to be bringing you my content, making it look fresh, making it look dope. And we're gonna be chilling and having a good time for a long time with this. You see, I was realizing how difficult it is to just shoot from the camera and also record audio. And then after shooting, I take both and go sync them in post and start working on them. That was not really efficient. It was taking so very long, including downloading the videos that I'm watching and then putting them on the timeline as well. So you've got 2 videos and you've got audio from my mic underneath, and the red box that you see over here, that would also be a JPEG underneath the video that is downloaded. So you've got these 4 things together all running on the timeline, and you have to cut them at certain places so that they appear and disappear, they start and stop. And so, having dumped all of that inefficiency and left it all behind me, we've got this dope setup over here. And this very beautiful setup has allowed me to move videos out in a way that nearly made me cry yesterday, because I realized how inefficient I was. And at the same time, I became very impressed with myself to see inefficiency and to find technological ways around it. You see, I've been a student of AI for some time. I took a break actually when the whole AI wave hit. I thought indeed I would probably even make a pivot in the direction of AI media. I had sort of established some, abilities, some skills. I had not monetized or made money yet, but there was suddenly this AI, and with it, one of the specific use cases, one of the capabilities right out of the box was image generation and text generation. So with image generation, I knew that the image, one picture is the foundation of video, because video is a number of pictures per second. So if you are able to make a certain image and that you can call one frame, maybe this might turn into video. And quickly thereafter, we will start to see AI generated video. And I would pay serious attention to that when AI voice generation, really picked up thanks to 11 Labs. I experimented with that quite a lot. And so all of that and all of the benefits that were being spoken about AI, we were pretty much being promised all of these changes in productivity, to allow a person to be a one-man band, a solo entrepreneur who can bring a company to IPO, to $1 billion valuation or something like that. Maybe not one person, but maybe two, two co-founders with skills that are complementary to each other. And then, that's what AI was promising. And so I would tune in to really find out and make sure that I'm not missing out on the wave during that time. Yeah? And so during then, I would master and really get to understand the thinking behind efficiency and productivity. I would also listen to a lot of productivity gurus, I would listen to apps, for training your mind to remember. There's apps like Notion, a second brain app where you can pretty much take down notes of what you have in your mind and even have that connected to AI. So when the whole AI thing started happening, apps like Notion, which were already so good at helping a person keep track and take down notes and remember everything that they encounter and what they are working on, AI would come into that. And now this Notion can be plugged into other apps where it can pretty much monitor even your camera roll, your camera file, on your phone, so that it can see what you're interacting with in the world, what screenshots you are taking, and it's just taking down these notes, and you just go into the app and you find that it already has some, information that it has put together for you, or it has run ahead to do research for you. So all of that efficiency stuff really made me question the system I was using. And so I'm glad now to be here. In short, what I was telling is that yesterday I overdid it. I recorded too many videos. And so the videos were easy enough. I intend to actually do a lot in the future though. I'm realizing that the standard in the United States, we can actually look at Kyle Kulinski right here, who's actually on the screen. I think Kyle Kulinski is dropping around 12 videos per day or so. Let's just see. Just see how far back it says a day ago. So a day ago, let's count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You see? That's 10 videos in a day. And look at his numbers. His numbers are McGee's podcast. A number of the episodes go supernova, 200,000, 250 or so. So he is able to get a McGee episode 5 times per day, every single day. And that's when you start to understand that this is the media business. A YouTube channel is enough to really propel you upwards and really establish you as a media entrepreneur or a face, So that's what I intend to do. I intend to bring out a lot of content as time goes, but I now see where the delegation and employment of a person will go. Bro, I used to wonder, how am I going to train people to do the things that I do? How am I going to manage it? How am I really going to manage it? How am I going to train people to be able to master Final Cut, sit in front of a Mac, and start doing the work from the beginning so that there's output? I get it, because this is not a school. It's not a charity, it's a business. We have to produce, and those people had better stay. So I'd be now tipping the bono, desperate to keep their skills because I've given them such a vital skill that is so hard to train. But now I see that no. With this, Baba, yeah, with this, and we got a comment. Black Faith, Koko Dumelang, Parena. Good morning. Hey, it's not morning. I've been up for some time though, trying to connect everything. I was trying to create another window as well for viewing Twitter. Yesterday I realized that there were some inefficiencies, things that were not aligned properly. So I was like, yo, let me make also another screen for when we are in Twitter, where things are pretty much maximized and brought close to us, and we are close to the Twitter feed, etc. You know? So, good morning to you. Good afternoon to you. Thank you for joining me, Black Faith. Today, as I'm explaining, I'm not going to be here for that long. I'm not going to be here for that long. I have to pick what I look at, go at it quickly in sequence, hop off the stream, like turn down everything. My electricity usage is insane. And then go and edit and hopefully drop today's videos today. That would be a beautiful and dope thing for me. If I can shoot like 4 videos and drop them that day, I would be extremely happy. That would really get things properly moving, because I intend to be, almost like breaking news as much as I can. Yeah? So now, what will we be looking at? How are you, Black Faith? What are you up to today? I hope you're well. I hope you're good. And with my wife there behind me, she also slept late working. So we're both in our gowns. And this is pretty much life now. You know what I'm saying? So, wife there behind me, I owe her an apology. Yeah, I promised to give her an apology. I promised to, as much as I messed up and spoke on public platforms, emotionally so, I have to give the apology on the same platform, you know what I'm saying? Because, people love and care for us, and I love and I care for my wife, and people are very inquisitive about us. And I'm not saying that in a bad way or narcissistic way or anything like that. So it's my experience in the past that my relationship is more sensitive and attracting eyes than I think. You see? Some time ago, me and my wife, we started a YouTube channel together, and we'd sit and speak our issues. It was very nice. It was the beginning of us doing such and seeing ourselves and listening to each other. It actually improved our marriage very much when we would see ourselves there, listen to ourselves, put on our best behavior. We would see our best self on camera. And so that would improve us and be something that is romantic between us. And so as much as I appreciated that and I enjoyed doing that, you know what? There's one thing that I'm forgetting to do. I also promised to post this apology on Facebook. Yeah, it's a man apologizing. Come see the incredible event. Yeah, a man is sincerely sorry. Yeah, come and see. So, I gotta make sure that I record this so that I can edit it and post it all on its own, as I promised my dear wife there, as a sign of my sincerity. So, recording started. So, I have an apology. that I need to give to my wife, you know? We are married, we're in love. I love her, I value her, I respect her, I hold her in high regard, and that in my recent rant, which I allowed myself to go on because I'm a degenerate sometimes, willfully so. I don't slide into degeneracy or whatnot. Sometimes I just decide to be carnal and stupid. You know what I'm saying? So, I love and I respect her very much, and what I decided to do has brought attention and shame to me and her. People are surprised why I would do that. They're wondering, is this a new thing maybe? And I'm here to explain and put things right. And this video here is being filmed and is going to be posted on Facebook, where I did most of the damage. And while I was doing the damage, I was live on YouTube as well. Yeah? And while I was live, no, I wasn't live on the day much. Yeah, on that day, I was actually working to create this format. So, yo, Black Faith, I'm good, man. Today is my rest day, so I'll be looking out for you the whole day. Yo, come join me, man. I'm offering an apology here. I screwed up, my lover. Maybe you were there for the screw up. You know what I'm saying? So, I was actually excited to be setting up this setup. You know, I was busy doing research, finding out plugins that can allow me to do it, figuring out how to do it, testing it, sometimes noting that it's using up too much CPU, finding that I had done it in an inefficient CPU consuming way. So, like, I was in my geek element. I was in my nerd. I was enjoying myself. My brain was pumping. But at the same time, noting my anger for events that had taken place between me and my wife and words exchanged, I would sometimes dip out of this happy, productive mind and say, yo, let me degenerate slightly, you know? Let me have a little firing and a scuffle with my wife. Why? Because as a younger man, while I was dating, I got to believing in playing tricks on a woman's mind if she's gonna play tricks with you. You see? So I felt like, yo, Michelle, welcome to the chat. I'm giving an apology, man. I'm busy offering an apology. Have you seen the comment section on the latest video? They say you've become a watch party. They say that raspy talk, callbacks, recalls of past events, building towards the narrative. What are they saying? The comment section on the latest video, my video, they say you've become a watch party. They want the raspy talk, callbacks, recalls of past events, building towards the narrative. Oh, you mean that? Yo, where have those comments been, man? I haven't checked. I can say something about that, but I'm in the middle of barking. I'm in the middle of an apology to my wife. Please elaborate. I think I'm hearing what you're saying. You remember, like, Q here. etc. Ne? And now this stream is a watch party, meaning like it's too long. I know what's happening there. I understood what would happen once I started streaming. You're listening to me now, ne? Talking in the normal pace that I would actually be talking when I'm doing the videos. Sometimes, yes, I do get late and I start to talk very quickly. But ordinarily, I pick my words and speak nicely and properly. And then when I was editing the videos, because it cuts out the silences, ne? You've experienced me in a supernatural way, in a way that is not natural. Ne? Speaking in a way that is not usual. And I can understand that because I've experienced the same when watching the stream. Yeah, the guy, Hassan Abi, the one that I showed you, ne? The one whom I take inspiration from. So when you watch his videos on this channel here, the videos are edited, ne? They are edited. It's a nice listening experience. It moves extremely fast. No silences in between. Straight to the point, this video. Straight to the point, that video. They miss the old Neo. And I think you told me that you are heading towards a streaming manner. Yes, the old Neo. I knew people would say this. This is so dope. This is so dope. This is so amazing. Yeah? This is also amazing. I will get to this, but let me quickly wrap this up. So me, in my experience, having watched and discovered Hassan on this channel here, I noted a very fast pace and the way the video is edited. I'm a video editor, so my eye is able to just decode content when I'm watching it. I'm able to see the format, the angles, the camera choices sometimes, the audio, the music. I'm able to just understand how everything is put together. And then, noting that he's a Twitch streamer, I would then go on Twitch and start joining him there. When you go on Twitch, it's when you now find that, oh, he sits from morning and streams the whole day until afternoon, until Chaile time. And so when you're listening then, it's slow, it's not as fast, he's not that quick respondy as the edited videos would present him to be. You actually find that he's normal. Ne? And so me, I would figure this out quickly and realize that, hey, you know what? The way that people are experiencing me in these edited videos is not me in real life. Ne? So what am I going to have to do? I'm going to have to stream. Ne? And those who join me streaming, those who enjoy this, those who want to engage, we will engage. But then for me not to turn off the people whom were watching the content and got used to the format in a certain way, I have to now, while streaming, get into the character and the way that I presented these videos and also call for like, comment, share, subscribe, etc., etc. Ne? So that's why these videos are cut up. So that thing, that cue here, remember when we used to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, ne? When we used to look at past events, and of course, yes, that would make us really tune in a supernatural way as well. That's high production value. I note those things that I was able to put in and those things that differentiated me. Ne? Barking. Your value proposition. You see? So, now, in starting this new format, I've had to slightly step away from putting in value to the extent that I used to put in, especially that premium element, yeah, cue here, constantly referring to things in a loop, going backwards. You know, there's a sewing pattern where you go forward and then you sew backwards before you skip, and then you do like that. So I get exactly what you're meaning. I'll start my apology to my wife after this. You've asked an important question. Let's keep discussing. Let me finish explaining. I see the comments there. I have to squint a bit or get closer. So let me not be distracted. Let me clear this out. Thank you. This is valuable. Ne? So that premium element, that cue here, a reference back to previous videos, I need at this point a delegated editor, somebody who is able to go back and find those moments where I said that. It's a pretty difficult thing to do. It's basically, I'm giving citations of what I had said previously. Ne? And during that time, let me tell you, I was able to do that because I was doing nothing else but YouTube, and I did all of that content in such a condensed time frame. So when I first queued something, it was something from yesterday when I'd spoken something. And then I would do the content every day, and then I would still have the memory of what I did 4 videos, 5 videos ago, last week, 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago. But then I would take the break and my mind would be off content for some time. So I hardly remember what I said in those previous videos. So for me to start queuing and citing what was spoken previously, or citing videos that are also relevant to this, queuing them, that is a premium feature that I don't have the resources to put into the content at the current moment while I'm making the transition. I can't, because it takes a long time to go to that moment in the video. So I don't have like an automated AI system where when I say queue here, it does itself. When I say queue here, I have to now, while editing the video, get to that moment where I queue something and now go, let's say maybe watch the video inside YouTube, record the screen at the moment where I say that, or download that video and clip that moment from it, and then put that in the editing software and play it at the moment where I say queue, and also activate that zoom in function that goes towards there. Bro, queuing in a video as an element itself is something that would take about 8 minutes to do. So if I was to queue 2 videos, there's an addition of 16 minutes on those 2 elements alone, besides the whole hour that I would actually spend on the video. So that would now extend it to 1 hour and 16 minutes. You know what I'm saying? So I plan to address that and bring this content to that same format. Those who are able to watch and understand and get what a stream is, Wantol, I hope they join. I hope a watch party is what we can also transition into, because it's the future, yo. This is what is going to set authentic YouTubers from the fakes apart. You see, creators like Summer Sambit, propagandists, those who have had the first mover advantage, those who have got on YouTube and created these names for themselves, and they've started pumping out propaganda even before people understand what propaganda is. This little time that they have, this little head start that they've had, is going to get eroded, and is already eroded. Why? Because there's content creators who are also responding and pushing back to that. They are balancing the narrative. And so people currently who don't know what propaganda is, they are coming across content and it is hitting them. And sometimes they watch a Sambit video which is pro the West, United States, Israel. There are some people who are just tuning in, paying attention, listening. Sometimes they don't know that this is propaganda, and sometimes they go and they watch another video elsewhere. Let's say you come across mine, where we sort of balance out the narrative. No? As to who gets to convince this audience, either propaganda from the right via Sama Sambit or mine from the left, of which I'm not even a leftist. I bring this content as a citizen, as an adult who is growing, who loves this, who is digital, and so I'm giving my voice how I can. But let's say I'm on the left. In the future, the power to shape narratives and control minds. As to who gets to win the mind of a person, it will depend on the listener being able to connect authentically with that person, to get to understand who they are. Because currently, awareness of propaganda is being disseminated. People are starting to wake up to the fact that, hey, there's people who are completely one-sided and they are selling agendas from outside of this country, from places that we don't know. And so, hanyane, people start to wake up and be skeptical when they are listening to certain content and certain creators, because you don't really know who they are. But then, for somebody to really take in and believe a content creator and align with their message and align with their beliefs, that is going to take something much more than posting a well put together video. It's going to take these content creators becoming streamers, meaning being able to connect with the audience by answering their questions as you are questioning there. Ne? You know what I'm saying? So they may say this is a watch party. Fine, let's use the word. This is what this is going to evolve into. I'm a media entrepreneur. I've got a broadcast camera over there. This is a camera that is supposed to be on a shoulder, out and about, in a vehicle, back and forth at press conferences. Ne? The last time we watched Ntsiki Mazwai, she was bringing the stream from Floyd's Maibuye first press conference. In that Maibuye first press conference, I would speak, Wantol, as we were watching it, I would speak about how now that I've figured out live streaming, I would like to take this camera out and go to live events, sometimes be in the press conference. It's called IRL streaming, if you've seen it. So this would be a mixture of bringing news in real life in the traditional way that SABC and its crew does it. You put a camera the same way that Moya and Ntsiki Mazwai's people did it. You put a camera there and then you just send the stream and people just react. Ne? We are breaking news. We are the news. People know who the presenter is. Because they are able to engage with him. He's not somebody who does a video and disappears like Sama Sambit. He's not somebody who puts out a video and disappears like Katleho. The next time we see you, it's on a podcast, a right-wing podcast that actually supports those views, or at an event where the listeners, the audience, their ears are tickling to hear what she wants to hear. Here I can be challenged by people who doubt me, people who, even the white people. I intend for even Ronaldo Khous and the people that I'm talking about to hop into the chat and challenge me so that we can speak business, so that my mind can be challenged and it can grow. And in that way, I can really set myself apart from the Sama Sambits and the current format of propaganda. We need to grow taller. The future is here. Yeah? Yesterday, we also watched this guy, Mokla. So I'm showing you what I'm in tune with and the future that I'm running to. I'm running to the future, yo. I love the previous format. Trust me. Trust me. I love it. Ne? I enjoyed it very much. Very, 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 very much. But I realized the inefficiencies of how I was doing my things. I realized that there's a future-proof way. There's an innovative, new, forward way to do it, which is to engage the chat. So I had to step away from that for a moment. It's the same criticism that a rapper would go through when they release their first album, ne? And then now, going on to release the second album, people are expecting the second album to be as hot as the first. And the hungry person who was doing that first album is no longer so hungry. They now have a team, etc., etc. They are now maybe talking about slightly different things. Their mind is in a different place, and the sound is a bit different. I know. I took this risk. The numbers fell off for some time. I mean, I had to also do admin, but I just couldn't come back the same way. I realized, who was it? Was it you, Lee Maloba, who showed me channel ya Sama Sambit? And you said Sama Sambit has created another propaganda channel. Ne? I am watching these things. I am deeply concerned about the future of South Africa and the influences that nations out there are trying to sell us. Even the influences that are being sold locally. You know, like Penwell is somebody who deeply concerns me. You understand what I'm saying? And so I intend an extrapolation. No? An extrapolation is a moving calculation. A calculation of something that will change trajectory, change speed, in an attempt to find out where it'll land. Not now, sometime in the future. You know? So I'm already deeply concerned by these channels popping up, these puppets who are bought, who are being paid, these platforms that give these puppets a space to spew rubbish. And I'm 10x worried because I've had a look at AI and the ability to mass generate content by putting in a combination of video, text generators, scrapers. So you get a spider that constantly crawls somebody else's content and repurposes it, and automatically via RPA, robotic process automation, pumps out content of a certain type. And that is poison. That is poison. Ne? So me being Christian and being afraid of poison of the mind, poison that comes in via the ears and the eyes. I'm telling you, what we are dealing with here, the likes of Ronaldo, Colonel Chris Wyatt, Katlego, Smangmang 360, Thomas Mabaso, all of these guys, Big Daddy Liberty, Sihlengo Bese, the right wingers, the right wing grifters, they concern me deeply because I saw them 5 years ago. I met these people 5 years ago on Twitter before they had the guts to be on YouTube. So now they are on YouTube, they are hot, they are in the front, they are pumping. Ne? They even have support from America and Israel. And the influence on the ground is showing. You can see people, black people here, just suddenly Israelis from nowhere. You don't know how. They're selling their souls. Ne? So I can see, hey, if they're able to get Banna Baba Holucho, big men, bruh, ne? If you can get Bo Aikumalo, bruh, like somebody who's revered in Bosowe to switch up and say a message that dumps down his people and inculcates his people with a mind to be timid. When Mamang, it's a clearly Afrikaner account so, and it's showing like a Pure man there. And this account is constantly showing, but in a surreptitious, almost kindinyana way, it's pushing white supremacy. There's a new type of white supremacy that is being pushed, where there's an account created by a team, a laptop gang, an organization, and this account puts itself out to be an Afrikaner guy. And then this account constantly now does content where it's comparing black people and white people. So in an example, it'll compare white guys, black guys who drink, and black boys, and white boys. So black guys who drink and white boys who are young farmers in shorts, who are busy sowing. And it'll say, our boys, the Afrikaner, at 18 is already able to operate a farm, a tractor, and whatever. They'll show a group of Afrikaners, and then they'll show some black boys who have bought the whiskey. It's out chesa a hole. You understand? And my bra, the amount of comments that like that, so it's like a Katejo account, where somebody comes out and speaks white supremacy, but acts like they care for the black people and they want these black people to assimilate this, but it's racism. And then they get bots to like that very much and comment on it very hard. So it looks like hot content. They promote it. They've got billions of dollars to change South African people's minds. If they want to see us screwed up, if they want to see us drunk and gay, in the next 15 years, they can achieve it. I'm telling you. So how does somebody get to deal with that? How do you deal with a cloud GPUs? How do you deal with cloud servers that are running scrapers, bots, video image generators, scripts? Do you know how easy it is to create these scripts as some Sambit? Do you know how easy it is? One of my best content that blew up when I first saw the potential for AI, in 2020, it was the end of 2022 when ChatGPT dropped, November. By January, February, my first video that got 500,000 views was Thabo Bester, where I learned to go and take all the articles available about Thabo Bester and ingest them into GPT-3 at the time, a pretty stupid GPT. I was able to get it to ingest a whole bunch of articles about Thabo Bester, and it had context about him and the whole story and everything. And I would say then, give me a story. Write it in the format of 60-minute documentaries, if you know them. There's that. There's this documentary group that has been doing these for years, these people, and they've been using the same hosts forever. They are now old hosting this show, and it's the same man and the same woman. So I would prompt GPT to give me a story in that format, and it would spit it out amazingly. Then I would go, because I'm a video editor, I would go now get stock footage. So images, not stock is paid for. Free images that are available, clips that I can get on YouTube. And I would create a story told in the voice of a woman with music, the X-Files in the background. I'll do my thing. That video would go supernova. I would see the potential of TikTok. And a secret that I'll tell you to fully reveal what's up and why I'm moving the way that I'm moving. Before I had the confidence to start speaking politics on YouTube, I never actually thought that I would be able to do it. I thought I'll speak about relationships, love, God, marriage, family, that type of stuff. But I would experiment with starting a certain brand. I won't tell you what it is. And I would create a TikTok channel. So it's a faceless TikTok channel where I would create pro-white propaganda just to see. Wabona Katleho's content. I would go and create a channel where using AI, I would create some racist stuff. And so a whole lot of white people would come flooding in and following that account. They would straight up talk their racism exactly how they like it, because they think that this is ran by a white person who supports their views. You know what I'm saying? And this is something that I did between December and January. And so mid-January, I was starting to see the kind of hearts that we are dealing with, the kind of hatred that is bubbling in these end days, the last days. Yeah? And this Christian concern of mine for the climate of hatred and this realization of the digital all put together would motivate me to say, hey, yo, you need to get ahead of this. South Africa is hateful. The white people are incredibly hateful. The black people are incredibly hateful as well, hating whites and hating themselves. Come out as a child and a servant of God who wants to use his mouth to great effect. Come out, use your resources, find the courage, step up. So that's why from the jump, you'd see me go for the jugular, straight up. Waban. Willem Petzer, come here. Waban. Ronaldo Host. These guys that I had seen 5 years ago, climbing up, I would see them now big on YouTube, and I'm like, hey, let me go for the big dogs. Waban. Let me go for those. Let me get the conversation started really quickly. I need to go to the front lines. I need to deal with, I need to go to the belly of the beast immediately. Express Uber, let's go to the belly of the beast. So that content was a prototype, what we call an MVP, a minimum viable product. So because I'm an entrepreneur, I'm a starter of things. Sometimes you're not noting that I'm in an experimenting mode, or that is not disclosed to people. So those 2 months there was the last 2 months those conditions were available for me to be able to do that. You know what I'm saying? I've been talking long. I'm going to read the comments. I'm going to come to them. Yeah? So those who know startups, those who live in that world, those who follow Silicon Valley and tech startups, you know, building an MVP, getting a co-founder, getting founded, getting traction, writing a business plan, raising your Series A, B, whatever, going to IPO, exiting, those who know Y Combinator and that whole startup ecosystem in the United States. We have brains that are trained to design things and to test them in public without people actually knowing that we are running a test. We are trying to find out if something is going to work out. And so December to January, I created this account, got a serious following, serious viewership on TikTok, saw white people loving the hate that I'm giving them there. That I would say, all right, test done. I don't have to put out any more. Now let me go and fight them with the understanding that I've just collected from my experiment. Let me go in hard, knowing that, hey, if somebody tries to challenge me here and say, hey, what not, to the highest levels, I would, hey, yo, here's a TikTok account that I have. Nuclear. Bang. Nothing left. No argument remaining. Look at this hate. Tell me how you feel about a world that is in this state. If you have a mind that knows God and you're fine with it. Why do you have a problem with me dealing with it? I deal with it from white people and black people as well. So, I would keep quiet and just start my theme. For that 2 months, I would say, hey, babe. She's right here, right behind me. Is she appearing? Oh, yeah. There's the babe right there. So I'd say, hey, yo, babe. I need to do YouTube non-stop. I need you to give me a platform to launch. Feed me, baby. Bring me food. Deal with the kids. Cook. And I normally cook in the house. I'm a better cook. Yes, I believe I am. You see, I love bathing my kids. I love putting a teaspoon emlomeni. Eat. I love feeding the kids when they are lazy and not wanting to feed themselves. I love being involved. But I would say, hey, babe, let me step away from this, that which I love. Give me backing. I need to experiment something. Let me go on. I think I have a format. And so I would give you what I gave you between February and March. And I would have to step off because I'm an entrepreneur and I've had a very busy life before all of this. And there were things that I had left undone that I now needed to bring forward. One of them being Gadget Plug. So you'd see me now even create a professional ad, you know, that mid jumps into my content. I throw it in there. You see, that was an experiment. Seeing what worked, what didn't work with it. Having those videos where I highlight my product. Having some videos on TikTok, etc. as well to show that I've experimented. I have a minimum viable product as well for Gadget Plug. A website is ready. I have a way to market. I would have to step away for a little bit to go write a business plan so that I can get Gadget Plug funded, which is something that I started even before this, and to get this funded as well so I can employ some people to help us fight the good fight. So, if this is a watch party, if people are used to that content, I'll give it to you. Don't stress, don't worry. Nah, it's gonna come. You've been watching me for maybe a week or two. And if you've been watching the live, you've noted me or no, okay, he's human. He's not a robot. He makes mistakes. He runs out of words. He gets tired. He gets overwhelmed. And so you all have seen me closer, and that's what I want. But of course, it comes with disadvantages when people really see who you are. But I'm willing to go through that because it'll set me apart. You will know me for real who I am. And you will know that Sama Sambe Alemotseb. Katleo, Alemotseb. Ronaldo, at least Lamotseba, he streams. He's in the future. He is the future. He's the template. He's the blueprint. You see, if we have to deal with this, we have to be at his level. And so that's why I'm pursuing to stream. And the passion behind all of this is all of this that I just revealed to you. So now, for us to be able to say, hey, yo, Q here and whatnot, there needs to be somebody who be trained to know that I shoot a particular video, and because I am the one who knows my content and remembers my words, I don't have to be the one who says, it's at this video here, and sometimes I forget. Nah? So what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to have to find a way to transcribe, and I already know a way. I'm giving to AI. I have to get transcriber to go and transcribe everything that I've put up. Nah? So it'll label the video, the link, and everything that was spoken. It has to be a transcriber like Assembly AI that can hear speech speakers. So one that will be able to actually hear, okay, here is me speaking, so that it can label where I spoke. And here, it can hear that this is the other person who spoke. So that's the video that I'm watching. So that it doesn't get lost in the context with each and every video, thinking that I'm a right winger who's also opposing. It's not knowing if he's listening to Ronaldo or listening to me. So what I gotta do is use a Dopectic transcriber that will transcribe everything, and give me all of my videos in a document, in a big gigantic PDF, wherein the employee, when I say queue here to a certain event, this employee will be able to search by keywords, things that I remember saying or might have said. And then that biggest PDF will find where that thing was spoken. And each transcription will have to have time codes for where that thing was said in the text, because you can't have it like a book. Understand? It has to be written or right. Run about here, you spoke this. And then upon us finding what I said, when I said it, and where, then the physical labor of going into that video, playing it on YouTube, scrolling to the point in time, screen recording that, taking that screen recording and hoying it in the queue here. That's when that premium feature can come back. But for now, I'm not able to bring it. I'm not able to bring it. And I'm desperate because I have to put out content. Is this stream still okay? One God, I'm lagging. Let me see how many frames I've dropped. I don't know. Joe. There's a problem with the connection. So maybe things have gone haywire. That's what happens with lags. So I don't know if that explanation there helps anything. Let me just read the comments. Maybe I'll have to hop off the stream. Y'all tell me how everything has arrived there. There's something there that tells me drop frames. I don't know if it really means that things have been out of sync, but I can see the lag. I don't know what went on. So, damn, let me just read. Yeah, wait, let me keep going. They missed the old Neo, and I think you told me that you are heading towards a streaming manner. Black Faith, my brother. What's up? Black Faith, have you seen the communities crying? Yeah, the old Neo was dope, but I also enjoy this one because I can interact with him live. Well, that's a personal view, so I do understand why some will complain, but I guess that's the TikTok generation. No, I haven't. I'll go check. The comments on them, Kwanazi, reading the message video for context. Julius Malema videos. How is your monetization life as a YouTuber? It's nowhere as yet because as soon as I got monetized, I stepped off YouTube for some time. So I haven't had videos move like they used to ever since I got monetized. So I haven't even received anything. Gombot. Let's chat politics and society. African politics and Mzansi society. In South Africa right now, it looks like the match has been lit. Now, I think you can set a specific day and time for lives for us who don't mind dedicating 3 hours. Except you join Sipo. The Grand Bafuet, thanks for joining. Hi guys, just getting to work in a bit. How are you all? Oh, this just came to me. Speaking of Ntsiki, what happened between you and Mandisa? You promised an explanation. Live Nara say, I'm good, buddy. How have you been? I've been good, Blackface. Just cannot get over how expensive electricity has become. Yeah, times like these makes load shedding a much appreciated relief to save a few yan. Yay, whatever happened to those two, Katleho and Mangma? Katleho was still there, but she lost her fire. Being negative is tiresome. Having to look for something wrong to talk about every day is tiring. She recently made 2 videos saying the same thing. Oh wow, she did? Yo, I spoke for a long time. I don't know if the stream is still alive or whatnot, man. I don't know if I answered the question, but there's some technicalities showing up there that I gotta deal with. Yo, thank you for understanding me if you did. Let me quickly check what's wrong with this video. You are still holding a hand up. Like I'm frozen? Yo, let me quickly check it myself.